This circuit is incredible. I'm about 5 feet away from our cooker, which is completely out of focus back there. I move this towards the cooker. You can see the light is coming on. It's now blazingly bright, and I'm not even in line with the front of it. I'm still that far away. I go nearer and nearer. Look how bright that gets. Here's a closer view of the circuit, which is running from 3 times AAA batteries that are in here, so that's 4.5 volts. It started out at exactly the same one as shown by Zephyr Yildiz, but I've made a change. I've got a pot on it instead. You'll also notice how the microphone has got no metal can around it. I'll show you what to do about that next. So here we are with the microphone straight out of the packet, and you can see that it's got the little fuzzy black piece on the front and the metal can around it. That metal can has to come off. To do so, I'm going to use these very old and damaged snips, but they will work. And you just go around very carefully around the edge of the top there. There we are, and now the innards should come away from the can. Yep, there we go, very easy. So we can dispose of those bits. The only other components we'll need for the circuit are a C945 transistor, an LED and a 50k pot. There we are. I've gone for a purpley pink LED just because I've never tried those before, and I will also be trying different transistors. I've got quite a good selection there. So yeah, but for this particular build I'll go with the C945. Now on these microphones there's a negative and a positive. You can see where those little lines go across on the left hand side. They are the negative connection. So when the transistor goes across, then the negative of the transistor should go to that left leg. That's the leg shortened, and now for the 50k pot, where I've flattened the legs and I'll be connecting the top one and the left one. Next for the LED. The negative of the LED will go to the middle leg of the transistor, the collector, and its other side will be going to the left leg of the 50k pot. There we go, and just the battery connections to go on. Now in his original video he used a 3.7 volt lithium ion. I just thought that using AAA's would be easier. Also the change to the 50k pot has really helped, and that gives the huge range that you've seen at the start of the video. There we are, all done. Very simple. You can see the 3 batteries in the holder there. I've got this new circuit with its purple LED, and then we've got the original one on the right with its red LED. So, time to try this one out. What I'm going to have to do is to adjust that pot to the correct sensitivity, and it does work somewhat like the matchstick circuit that I showed recently. You have to set the pot to be just about not triggering, and then it'll give the best performance. So I've not changed anything at the moment. It's sitting on this desk, I've switched it on, and at that position I can bring my hand near and the thing will glow. It will behave differently for hand sensing or mains sensing, and that's one of the values of the pot too. And if it can be very easily adjusted, maybe you could use a larger pot to spin it round by hand, you know, then yeah, it could be useful for a number of different ideas. But as I say, like this now, it will detect my hand coming close, and it's using a microphone. That's amazing. It's like a little radar or something, isn't it? Proximity sensor, anyway. Now here's the switched off TV, and I've got it there at about the 25k marker point, and as I come near to this TV, there we are, the light comes on. And at the moment, that's at about 6 inches away. Let's see if I can make that a bit better. And the answer is yes, a slight turn to the right. You can see how the LED is basically off here, but if I move towards, and there it is, glowing quite nicely indeed. And we're about, well, a good foot away, I would say, somewhere like that. So yeah, the adjustment of the pot can make quite a big change on the performance and the running of this thing. And if we do the cooker test again, that LED is actually off. But if I come here, yeah, you see how the colour's changing, it's getting brighter and brighter. And this is right at the front of the cooker. But there it is, blazingly bright. In fact, I would say brighter than the red LED. But yeah, I mean, what about even closer to, oh, look at that. So yes, very, very effective, and I do like this circuit a lot for its simplicity. There we are, it's turned off again. Now this should be quite a good test of detection. I've got the circuit sat there on this table outside on the back porch. I've also got a mains lamp there, and I've got the power supply here, which is this mains power bank. Well, as you can see, absolutely nothing going on. If I now switch this on, there we are. The light is actually slightly on. We've got the light there, the mains lamp is on. If I move this perhaps towards it, you can see it gets brighter. Instead, if I move the lamp across, there we are, it gets brighter and indeed flickers a bit. So that's quite a good test, that. And of course you can see it on now, there's the distances. And if I switch this power supply off, there we go, the light goes off. At quite a decent range there for detection. Anyway, hope you enjoyed all this. It's an amazing little circuit, very, very easy to make. And I hope to see you in the next video.